Hi, I'm the bloated, pustulant, reanimated corpse of John Candy. Now, I know you may be thinking to yourself, John Candy, I thought you embarrassingly died in the 90s from morbid obesity. Well, you'd be right to think that, friend, but today I've come to talk to you about this election season. You see, every 4 years, America has to choose between the lesser of two evils, but not this time, friends. Vote the Lochnar for president and supreme overlord of 2020. Who is the Lochnar, you ask? Why, the Lochnar is the sum of all evils, a being so powerful, its power infests all times, all galaxies, and all dimensions. Worried about illegal immigrants? Well, not after the Lochnar turns them into his mutant army. Upset about abortion? The Lochnar promises to turn all babies into radioactive goo. What about the economy? The Lochnar will return us to the revered barter system of yestercentury and a nightmarish apocalypse. So don't settle for the lesser of two evils. Vote Lochnar, please. It's promised to release me from this hellish mockery of existence. My grandkids had to see my naked, rotting, corpulent body shamble out of its grave. The only relief I get is nosediving in that sweet plutonian Nyborg. Vote Lochnar. This ad has been paid for by the Committee to Elect Lochnar for President 2020 and endorsed by the political party for the promotion of human suffering.
I'm the Lochnar, and I approve this message.
From the grave, you can drop, but know that God can be saved. The good old game is all resurrected. The blood will flow like rain. And now you know their names. All the pregnant are back in the game. With a bottle of whiskey and control of the surface they reclaim. All the good old gamers punch you right in the dick. All the good old gamers return and kick you right in the cliff. Roll you offended, sit down your neck. The good old gamers return.
And we're go.
Welcome to the brand new segment called Cinema Seppuku. Yes, this is a brand new segment that we've been waiting to bring you for a while now, and due to technical difficulties and life's miserable, writhing ass just beating you down.
I don't know if it's technical difficulties. It's more like technical incompetence on my part.
That is a little bit right, too. But since we're doing this skit, there's another voice. We have a guest with us on our first edition of this skit. Good friend of mine. Also the creator of our theme, our badass hotline jingle. Some of the other fun. He's the metal dude that writes all the metally badass shit, Mr. Adam Calloway.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for...
I'm so fucking stoked to be here, Lyle.
Well, I figured you and Brandon are, because we talked on the very first Halloween episode. Brandon referenced this, actually, how I forced him to do this, essentially.
You raped me with this film.
Well, fuck you. You rented it. Adam didn't do shit. I bought it. And I've done seen it in theaters once.
So basically you're saying you got raped by two dudes, so it's okay for you to rape me.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that does make sense.
It was a three-way, and it was all a triple M. It was MMM.
Sweet.
Best kind. That's the way to do it.
BBC may or may not have been involved. But
I'm really just here to watch. Yeah.
I do like the British Broadcasting Company.
yeah, me too. They're fine.
That is who you're talking about, right?
Fine, yeah, it is. Fine group indeed.
Yeah.
For
Just come
I
to
guess
throw confetti. Yeah.
I guess I kind of need to explain what Cinema Seppuku is. This is something that we're going to be doing new. It's similar to Brandon, to all you old listeners. It's similar to Brandon's classic series, Shit or the Shit.
Yeah.
Kind of
Except
deal.
this is probably going to be all shit.
This is like just, it's just, yeah, it is. It's all shit.
Where sifting through the turds looking for that little kernel of corn.
Yes. Yep. The whole point is we're going to be taking video game movies and dissecting them, and well, let's just face it, pretty much every video game movie is fucking awful. There's a few, but those won't be the ones we talk about. Oh, no.
What fun is that?
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about a good movie. So we're going to start off with just a goddamn cherry on top right here. I can think of a couple that's... No, I can't. Actually, no, I can't. That's a goddamn lie. We are starting off with 2003's masterpiece, Uwe Boll's House of the Dead, based on the Sega series.
Yep. The first thing that I noticed that really threw me off is, why the fuck is Sega throwing a rave on a remote island in, like, New England?
Yeah, no shit.
Why wasn't I invited to that? Did I not, like, do the right Kickstarter? Was I not the highest level pledge?
Did you not buy a Dreamcast at launch? This was only 4 years after, but, you know, they should have remembered.
They should have.
This
I've
is
championed the Dreamcast long enough. I should have been invited to that rave.
Before we get into this, Brandon, give us a couple. I don't know. Just say something about the House of the Dead game.
The House of the Dead game has always been a favorite of mine. Not so much for the story. So I can't say that this is a movie that, like, shit on the lore of House of the Dead. Oh my god, House of the Dead was it has a story to it. But it's one you didn't care. You're just there to shoot zombies, and it's funny because it was unintentionally bad. Like they made it intentionally bad with House of the Dead Overkill, which I loved.
House of the Dead Overkill would have made a great movie.
Yeah.
And Adam, if you've never played that, I highly recommend you get your hands on a copy of that.
It plays out like a great B movie. It's awesome. But the original House of the Dead's had. They're the bad kind of B movie that was unintentionally shitty, but also became good because of that. And then Uwe Boll made this movie, which was unintentionally shitty, but not in a funny way. It was not in an endearing way. It's just incompetent, like sheer incompetence.
Like, what was it, Adam? You said earlier before we started recording this, you said he probably bought. With the money from this movie, but I'm assuming he was probably doing it before he made the movie. Indonesian cocaine, was it? Adam?
All right, and we are recording again. Thank you, Internet.
We had some errors. It's all them
my Wi-Fi took a big old deuce.
Not your shit taking a shit.
But yeah, where were we? So House of the Dead.
Brandon, you were
video games, arcade games that they're quarter suckers, but awesome.
Light gun.
You shoot the zombies with the light gun. One thing that was really missing from this movie, which of course is Uwe Boll, so what do you expect? There was no, like, zombies throwing axes. Really, was there?
Yeah,
there was one scene. There was
that
one
actually
scene.
happens in it. That's one of the things that does happen.
Yeah. Okay, there was no, like, imps. There's no, like, zombie slug things or anything like that.
Well, you did have the one slug.
Well, yeah.
In the fish tank at one point, but that was it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Okay, let me ask. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Then I'm mistaken. This is an authentic one-for-one remake of the video game. I'm obviously wrong. But yeah, awful movie of a pretty weird video game series.
I went to the theater and watched this with two of my lesbian friends, and they were just as...
Were they also men?
No.
Okay.
Close.
Okay.
But the only thing that they got excited about was all the abundance of titties in this movie. Because there are a plethora of them.
There is. There's at least 5.
5?
Yes.
Oh.
I missed the uniboob in there somewhere.
How?
You talking about 5 separate pairs of
No.
boobs, or like
I think
5
5
individual?
that is a definite 5 tit total.
Yeah.
Oh well, everybody has to watch this now just to find the unitit.
We're gonna try to start from the beginning of this goddamn nightmare and just go into it. It, as Brandon said earlier, it starts on a fucking island in the middle of Maine.
Yeah.
Or New Hampshire.
Sega's throwing a rave for reasons.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the first line of dialogue pretty much.
I'm
tells
glad
what
that
the
you
entire
remember that
movie-
much about it. Huh?
What's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So the first line of dialogue literally is, "It was a nightmare. So many dead people, so many victims. It all started a few days ago when I came out here for a rave. Now all that remains is the rotten smell of death."
So for the characters, we got like main character bro with no personality. We got like underwear model bro with no personality, and we got
rich guy bro.
Rich guy
that wants
bro
to
with no
throw a
personality.
party for everybody.
Yeah, even though like
With no
then at
personality.
first he was like, I don't want to do this. Then he's like, oh, here, take $5,000 to take us to the island. So I'm like, what? Okay.
So let's get on this. What the fuck is up with them paying this money to Captain Goddamn Kirk?
Yeah.
Who happens the guy that plays Captain Kirk is that fucking actor from the movie The Keep, and he's also the grandfather or the German fucking grandfather in Beer Fest. What is it, Grandpapa? It's the same.
Oh yeah, that's right.
dude. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah, literally
Funny.
Captain Kirk.
Well, you're talking about that dude at the
He
beginning,
missed
though.
the boat.
Do what?
I said, well, apparently they're having to pay this guy money because they missed the boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so was the boat free? Like they were just going to get on a boat, and then they're like, oh, it left. Hey, here's a random guy. We'll give you $5,000. Why
Yeah.
do you start at $5,000?
Yeah, no shit. Like, what a crazy goddamn amount to take you, like, fucking, what approximately due to film takes you 13 minutes to get to, you know? Like,
And what I
you're
like
going into an inlet?
is
Well, that's right around the corner.
they get on the boat and like they say they get chased by the water police, the sea cops or whatever. And
Is that what they are?
yeah,
It's still unclear.
something
they
like that. They get chased by them, and Captain Kirk's like, I would have done it for free. I'm like, I would have just fucking slugged him in the gut and took my $5,000 back. Fuck you. This,
Also,
What about the fact that Clint...
police officers' names? The police officers' names.
Uh-oh.
Drop for a second there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, the cops' names are Casper and MacGyvers.
That's right. Casper.
Yeah.
Casper is the female.
I remember MacGyver's. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
The fuck? Why would
That's
you name
okay if zombies show up. I can pull a hair off my head, take this chewing gum I'm chewing, and take a piece of rubber off my shoe and make a nuke. Like, fucking right.
Yeah, and also they know ahead of time the name of the island is Isle del Morte.
Yeah.
They know it's literally called the Island of Death.
But it's okay.
There's a
'cause,
rave there. Sponsored by Sega.
it's okay, though, because the hot blonde chick that's on the boat has her tits out, and an unembarrassed Clint Howard hands her a necklace for, protection.
Yeah.
Is it
not fair.
is it a cross? Is it a cross? Here, go on and put the
Yes, a
crucifix
cross.
between your tits.
And
Rocket tits, by the way. I hope you don't get eaten.
And the camera like pans to her like setting it down and not giving a shit. Like you think it would come up later. There's no way in this movie that would have mattered.
Dude, that's the best line, my favorite line in the entire movie. He's like, here, I want you to have this. And she's like, for what? And he goes, it's for protection against evil spirits. And she fucking throws it down. She's like, whatever, Gandalf.
Doesn't she say something about being on birth control?
Yeah. I'm already on birth control or something like that.
Were you supposed to shove the crotch up your snatch? Like, does that stop you from
This
getting
is
pregnant?
the wrong goddamn movie. Is your name Reagan? Oh, man. Like, there's so much bad shit, even in the first 10 fucking minutes. I don't really know, like, which path to go off to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole reason she's shirtless, right? She gets puked on.
Yeah, she gets puked on
by her boyfriend, and he pukes on her. They're on a boat. He's surrounded by water. He could have puked any other direction and hit nothing but water, but she managed to hit her directly in the tits with a giant amount of puke. That in itself, I mean, come on. That's hilarious.
I mean, that's where I'd aim.
Maybe he meant to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The old putrid slime necklace. so many people enjoy it.
Seaweed pearl necklace.
Yeah.
Fucking, like... Okay. The first... Why is fucking Sega throwing this rave? Why is there a rave in the middle of, like...
Because, see, Lyle, especially back here in 2003... There's always like something in the news about a rave. People dying at a rave from, some fucked up Molly or something. So raves were like dangerous. So they had to do it on the fucking island of death because you couldn't just do one anywhere else or the cops would get you.
Okay. That makes... I'll buy that, I guess.
It had to be their idea to have a rave at like 3:00 in the afternoon as well.
Yeah.
If anybody noticed that. Like it's in the middle of the fucking day.
The suit's working for Sega. They got to get off by 5. So you got to start this thing early.
Well, while all this is going on, you've got the naked chick that ends up, you got the couple that is not a part of the main characters that are like already on the island.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is the purpose of them being? I mean, they're there for the rave too, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like talking about the girl and the guy.
At the beach.
Yeah.
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 I think it's just your first scene that something's amiss on the island of death. Who would have thought?
Yeah. They're on the beach and the girlfriend says, hey, let's go for a swim. And the boyfriend looks at her and says, are you crazy? And you're like, what's crazy about that? You're at a fucking beach. It's water, you dipshit. Like, jump in the water. Right? And then you have the complete Jaws ripoff. Like, that happens in the first 10 minutes of it, too. So.
The editing of this movie is one thing that really beguiles the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a little bit, but like it just starts off right off the bat. Like everything's like I guess they call that a sequence, right? Like in movie terms, like the timeline. I think they refer to that as like time sequence or whatever. Everything's really fucking out of sequence.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of this.
Yeah. The
couple that gets eviscerated on the beach should get fucking eviscerated on the beach before you had said dickhead setting on the island being like, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like,
you done blew that load. Like,
what?
You already know shit's happening.
Well, we know that guy's not going to fucking die.
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great value. Luke Perry makes it through to the end.
Yeah.
That's literally my name for him. I don't even know his character's name I have it written down somewhere. But
it's AJ.
No, it ain't.
The only other movie I know that guy from is fucking Final Destination 2. He's the coke head that gets cut in half by the fence when the shit or the truck blows up or whatever.
You have an excellent memory for gore, Lyle.
I do, man. Like, I like seeing all these fucktard, dumbass people in cinema get cleaved in twain.
Makes
do too.
Me
feel better,
especially if they're Nicolas Cage.
I'm gonna rebuke that comment. I watched Con Air the other day, and I will still detest. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I ain't shitting on the movie. I'm just shitting on Nicolas Cage.
No, don't, man. He's redeemed himself here recently.
No, there's no redemption for
Yes,
him.
he has. Mandy, dude.
He
Screams
as
in
long
his
as
tidy
he know he
whities.
doesn't take himself seriously, then he wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta watch Mandy, Brandon. You'd love
I
it.
will eventually. I know it's a good movie, but
He sits in his tidy whities after they burn his wife to death and cries and drinks vodka.
yeah,
It's fucking wonderful. And then gets a magic crossbow from Bill Duke. Fights Satanists with. That's a great movie. However, what we're talking about, not so much.
Yes.
So what about all these random clips of actual goddamn House of the Dead thrown in?
yeah,
Like the video game. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
yeah. Even if like this was a competent movie, if you threw all those things in there, it'd still be really just jarring. Like it's, we get it. This is House of the Dead, the movie. You don't have to throw in game clips too.
I mean, I think he does. That's the only way to make it relevant and
I mean,
connected.
I think that's kind of like what happened.
That's the only
like,
reason
in post.
Sega's on the fucking on the banner at the goddamn rave. They're like, wait, perfect place.
Like I imagine they shot this movie and they sent it to get the the seal of approval from Sega, and they're like, yeah, what does this have to do with our video game?
I don't know.
How about you just show some clips?
You got to think about it like this. This is 2003. Sega was in dire fucking straits at this point.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast had went under. Everything else had balked at that point. So he's like, what do you think of this? And they're like, we're Sega, goddammit. You could shit in a box and fucking put House of the Dead on it, and we'd do, yeah. We're Sega, not Nintendo. We do what Nintendo don't.
We'll give a Dreamcast away with every theater ticket.
Yeah, no shit. It ain't like we ain't got a whole goddamn warehouse of them we got to offload on somebody. Hey, you kids, you like VMUs? We got so many goddamn VMUs. Fuck
You
Sega.
kids like titties and raves?
Hell yeah.
If you watch this movie, Clint Howard perfectly sums up Sega. Not Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Ron's Nintendo, Clint Howard's Sega. That sums it up pretty well.
Has he ever played anything besides like the deranged retard in a movie?
He was the cute little cowboy. He was the cute little cowboy kid in fucking Andy Griffith, and I think that was the last time he did anything of that caliber. He's in that movie, The Ice Cream Man, where he's like a crazy guy that poses as an ice cream man and butchers people, and it's stupid too. So, anyways, House of the Shit. These people literally get to this island, and there's nobody there. Nobody once thinks that you're on the island of death, and it's oddly abandoned when it should be jumping. Yeah. Nobody thinks this is fucking weird.
Yeah, they
Like,
showed
at
up to
all.
like Rave Central and nothing's going on. They got the big Sega thing and the speakers and full kegs and
First thing
know.
they do is start like drinking.
yeah.
Why?
I guess everyone's off in the woods banging or something. I don't know.
Nothing weird here, man.
Yeah, Alicia, who is the smart brunette lady, they're walking. They're like,
How
"Hey,
do you
let's have a
remember
good time."
names of these people?
No, I wrote it down. I have notes.
Good job.
And that-
Thank God. You're
And-
better prepared than we are.
So this movie very much helped to watch with closed captioning on, because it says the names and you go, oh, that's what their name is. Like, that's the only way I've remembered what their names were. But
Nothing
she
excites me
finds-
about this movie more than learning I got to read too while I'm watching it.
Well, there's so
God
many
damn,
lines I
foiled
don't know
again.
if y'all caught that are terrible. They're just so bad.
Oh yeah.
Like she finds a bloody shirt on the ground when they get there, and she's like, "Oh, I think something bad happened here." And the blonde girl's just like, "Ooh, like what?" It's like, I don't know, like something that would make a huge amount of blood pour onto a ripped up shirt.
Maybe murder. I don't know. This
Yeah, maybe disembowelment. Like there's, nothing good.
I love how I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I love how that same said character later on in the fucking movie ends up just Sherlock Holmesing the fuck out of this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know exactly what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Like, Eureka! Like, fucking just out of nowhere.
I like too that in House of the Dead, like the house. I mean, you'd go into a house, but the house was never really the focus of House of the Dead games. But in this one, there's a literal House of the
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. so
God
the
damn it.
blonde girl, the blonde girl that we were just talking about, like when I talk about the closed captioning, it's for when Greg, who is the douchebag who's trying to bang the blonde chick.
God damn you knowing these people's names.
Is that Rich Bro?
Which rich bro is that?
Is Greg Rich Bro?
That Greg isn't the one that gets the facial injury. He's
Yeah, that's
the other
Underwear
one.
Bro.
Okay. That's Calvin, the other
underwear.
one's
It's not
Klein.
Underwear Bro. It's the other guy.
Yeah.
But like, there are a couple things with this guy that when he's trying to get with the blonde girl, that he does the most fucked up. Like, I don't know who would have ever thought this was sexy or a correct thing to do, but he like
Bowl.
does the like triple X, fucking like slapping his hips at one point. And it's like, yeah, let's fuck, you know, like slaps himself on the hips. And then what the closed captioning comes in really, really perfectly is when they're in this little tent and they're about to fuck. And he says, oh, I got to pee. And, you know, he runs off at this point. Before that happens, and I didn't catch this the first time I watched it, but they're about to have sex. She's laying on a big beanbag chair and he says the words, humpity bumpity. He literally says "hoopity bumpity" and like bounces around like a jack off before he's like about to have, and he's like, "Oh wait, I gotta pee," and he runs off. It's the fucking weirdest thing.
I want to save that line for later. That's how he slayed the pussy, right?
Or turn them into
Oh,
stone. Like, fuck. I just imagine like it being an anti-Viagra for women. We'll call Viagra for women Niagara. It'd be like it'd be the anti-Niagara.
Yeah,
It's like
Sahara.
The Sahara. Took the fucking thought out of my head, man. Nevermore have you wanted to turn your wife's bountiful wet vagina into a desolate sandy desert. You want to do that? Take these bitches to watch House of the Dead.
Humpity bumpity.
Humpity bumpity. Jesus Christ, I didn't know that, but now you make me want to suffer through this movie again with the captions
Yes,
on. Like,
just that one part's worth it.
well, it's kind of like I figured that out in The Crow one time. It's so fucking funny. That scene in The Crow, I think it's Fun Boy or maybe not. There's one villain in the first Crow movie where fucking Eric Draven throws them out of the window and they land on the cop's car. And if you're watching with Jesse used to always watch with the closed captions on, and when you see him like throw that dude out of the car and like he lands on it, he goes, "What the crap?" And then there's another one like where he does something.
Golly, gee willikers.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's another guy in the background in The Crow that somebody does something to. And he goes, "Look out!" Or he goes, "Yo, what's what you're doing, ass hair?" I'm like, the fuck? But yeah, I get
Who
it.
the fuck's in charge of this dialogue?
I don't know. Yo, ass hair. Like, that's so fucking 90s. But, you know.
Fucking poop mouth.
Anyways, back to House of the Dead. So where do we go from here?
So we got that couple was in the tent trying to bang, and they get zombified or whatever. Or zombies attack the woman. The other guy like gets caught in the shitter because I don't know why he went into the porta potty to piss when there's an entire abandoned forest around, nobody around. He could have just whipped it out and peed right outside the tent.
Yeah.
But anyways, see the other characters decided to go split up in the woods for reasons. Because that's what you do when you find, like, bloody garments.
Yeah. Hey, let's split up. Fuck yeah, sounds solid.
Yeah. And at the same time, that's when Captain Kirk and retard hand.
Let's talk about this Asian.
Oh yeah.
I want to get how stupid of a fucking character this is right out of the way. For real.
You talking about Liberty?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah,
Of course
Liberty.
you know her fucking name.
Yeah, I remember that because she was wearing the American flag spandex.
Yeah.
Boom. God damn it.
But yeah,
Liberty.
she
Is
was
that really her name?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She was in the titular House of the Dead. Was it she when we meet her? Like her and somebody else?
I think so. I know you first. Yeah, actually.
They were in that house and they were because she's in there with discount Ethan Hawke, whatever the fuck his name was. I don't even.
It's like Devin Hawke.
But yeah, they go in there and they end up telling him what happens. He has that little camcorder from the rave earlier.
That's got a shit ton of titties on it.
Yeah, that's the first thing you see. He was just kind of like, tits. It's like, and all these zombies are attacking, and
but if you skip past the zombies eating this girl I know named Sandy, there's some more titties at about 15 minutes in. I mean, they're dead titties, but they're still tits.
Yeah, this is the point in the movie, too, where Simon makes his first Simon Says joke, and I hope he dies instantly. Like,
which one is Simon?
Simon is the underwear model guy.
Okay, yeah, underwear bro.
Yeah.
And
it's the first time in the movie he makes the Simon Says joke.
Okay.
He does it like 4 times.
Yeah. It was awful every time. But while all that's going on, we also got Captain Kirk and old retard dude like smuggling crates of firearms into the woods.
Of course they're smuggling fucking firearms. Why wouldn't they be?
That's what you do. You
gotta have a completely legitimate way to bring guns into a House of the Dead movie.
Yeah.
Being that it's a goddamn gun-centric game, Uwe Boll's like, well, we need to make a real world.
Well, not many people know that
of course, Captain Kirk's smuggling guns.
The remote woods of Maine has a quite thriving black market for guns.
It does. It's what about this guy in the Porta-John? They found the guy, in the shitter.
Yeah, that was Rich Bro.
He's had the most awful day up to this point.
Yeah,
covered in shit on pretty much at Firefest.
If Ja Rule could have only been in this movie.
Oh, God damn it. It can only be so bad, Adam.
Yeah.
So
I think this is the Fast and the Furious.
One thing I liked, because the next part of the movie is they decide they got to get back to the boat after encountering the zombies. And they go out to the boat, and even though these zombies they can run, but they're still not coordinated. But they can swim like fucking Olympic swimmers. Like they're all zombie Michael Phelps out there, just fucking.
Oh yeah,
giving it. They're all full on like good technique strokes and everything, man. They're at it. You think they'd at least just be walking under the water or something?
Well, before they go to the boats, let's talk about the blonde, the tit meat becoming the zombie. When she comes up, like you said, discount Ethan Hawke, she just runs up and just snaps that motherfucker's neck. Just quack. Just breaks that motherfucker's neck, and that is the next scene where she gets shot is the single greatest long slow movie. You just got blasted through the fucking air by a shotgun shot I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the fucking one of the
and of course the goddamn cop is standing there in the woods watching the whole time right before you get bit in the face. Of course.
Yeah.
Why didn't you shoot the asshole? Why didn't you shoot the bitch before she broke Ethan Hawke's neck?
Yeah, the cop comes out. She sees that happen. She comes out. She shoots the blonde zombie, the one that just got turned into a zombie, and kills her. And she's like, "What the hell was that thing?" And Karma, the black girl, says, that was our best friend. And she's like, not anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And very, very sociopathically, like she doesn't get the whole human empathy thing. It's just like, that was our friend. And she's like, well, I guess not.
Yeah.
Not
She
anymore.
looks real fucking dead now.
Oh, man.
Now, I will give this movie props for head explosions. It has a pretty good amount of good head explosions in it.
Yeah.
I do like some head explosions. Nothing that comes close to Scanners, obviously. That's the creme de la creme of head explosions.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, did Scanners have whack-a-mole head explosions? Because this movie has them.
It did not,
This is
but,
true.
you know.
I love the fucking swimming zombies. Meanwhile, while
Yes.
they're getting ready to go to the boat, you got all these fucking haggard ass shit zombies that are just like, well, there's meat on that boat. Captain Kirk's on there.
So we're going to swim like a motherfucker out there.
Bet you all these zombies are trying to eat Kirk's name. They're all named Khan.
Con!
Fucking-
And this, when they go after Kirk on the boat, it has to be the most boring action scene
It
ever
is.
filmed.
Because they
Why is
shamble
he
up the
smoking that
side.
fucking cigar?
Because it looks cool.
The first time, okay, let me tell you this. The dickhead lit the cigar in the rain starting out.
That's how fucking cool
Not
he is.
the best place to light a fucking cigar.
He is such a badass smuggler. He can light up one of these. I'm assuming expensive cigars if he's smuggling them. He has enough. He can just light it up in the rain and not care.
Yeah. And if you notice, when the zombies attack the boat, he already has a gun in his hand.
Yeah.
Like he was just smoking a cigar with a Desert Eagle in his hand for no reason.
Is that
like,
something they only do in Germany? Like, yeah, you enjoy your cigar with a big ass pistol in your hand, yeah.
He slowly shoots 12 zombies. 12.
Yeah, they
Like
shamble up the side for the most part, and he just shoots them before they even have a chance.
Yeah, and he's not even like he looks so unimpressed. He's just
Yeah.
been like, these zombies are low rent, man. Bam, slowly aims at the next one. Yeah, bam, shoots.
Yeah.
It's like
Not
it
even
really
like
is the
freaked
most
out by the
boring shoot
existence of zombies. It's just, it's Tuesday.
scene. Yeah, he's not like, what the fuck?
After the boat scene,
I think he's got a case of the Mondays.
I'm pretty sure you get your ass kicked for saying that. This is where everything starts going to shit, though. After the boat scene. I mean, well, if it hasn't already went there to begin with.
Yeah.
For real. But after the fucking boat scene, these dickheads decide they're going to fucking walk into the woods and to the actual house of the fucking dead.
Oh, hold on. There's one thing I did want to touch on.
Oh.
Okay, during the boat scene, because like all the other characters decided to try to get to the boat, and then they find out that the boat has been assailed. So, I think this is where Underwear Bro tries to run out and jump off and swim to the boat.
Yes.
And then because even though she sees all these zombies swimming like a motherfucker, and zombies can hide underwater, not breathe, whatever. Liberty decides just to wade out there and just become a complete liability to the entire group. Like, she just wades out there to get molested by zombies.
What's like before all that happens? They're going to cross that goddamn bridge. There's like a little bridge above a bubbling crude, where fucking Jed Clampett would mount there. Oh, moving them up Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
Like, they fucking go out there. And the one zombie is like, was it breaks like a piece of wood, grabs somebody's foot, they shoot it, and they're just like, why is everybody still standing on this little goddamn bridge?
Yeah. And if I recall
It
that
doesn't take
scene,
10 of you to save one. Leave the fucker. If they're too stupid to get off the goddamn bridge, leave them. They're baggage.
from what I recall that scene, it looked like it would have been really easy just to walk around, like the whole swamp part.
Yes, exactly. There was no reason. And Also, when it's bubbling, they literally walk past it. I don't know if it's audible, but I read it in the subtitles. One of the characters goes, "It smells like farts." For no reason. Just,
Well, most people in
They
the
thought that
audiences
was
don't
important.
realize that swamp gas smells like farts. We got to tell them that.
Well, what about this is also the first time you see this shitty ass wizard or whatever the fuck he is, like hiding in the woods watching people with his shitty stitched together face. He's just got that
And he
fucking.
never comes back.
I just imagine like he's the guy you see. They just okay, Mr. Bowl, for real. You should have thrown in a scene. You just see the guy like watching one of the first tit meat producing women on the beach. You just see him going, and you just hear, like he's just sitting there. Of course, he's beating off in the bushes. This is a horror movie. Why wouldn't he be?
They got the one shot, and then he got fired for sexual harassment.
Yeah. That wasn't in the script. You're just jerking it to be jerking it.
That's method acting.
Okay. So, they continue toward the boat.
Yeah. And so when you were talking about Liberty jumping in the water, right?
Yes.
She jumped first Simon jumps out there, and then he sees the zombies on the boat, and then he sees them get in the water, so he's like, oh fuck,
He turns
zombies can
around.
swim now. So he's like, oh shit. He turns around, she goes out into the water, a zombie attacks her, and she pulls out a knife.
Yeah.
From where? She's in
Vag
spandex.
space. But yeah.
Like, they don't have
Shut
the
down.
weapons yet. Like, they haven't opened the crate.
Yeah.
So she just pulls a knife out of her vagina? Like, where did
Yeah.
she get this huge knife? Yeah.
But to be honest, Uwe Boll did a really good job with being realistic with video games in that point. Because I've always often wondered, where's inventory?
Hammer space.
Stored? Exactly.
Hammer space.
How does Jill Valentine carry 43 green herbs, first aid, 2 9mm, 48 boxes of ammo, and a fucking key to the garden in her fucking purse?
Very carefully is how you do it.
I doubt it.
But yeah, she does bring the knife out there, but it looks like she's just nothing but a complete liability to the entire group. Because it's hard to fucking fight in water. I don't know if anybody's ever waded through water. It fucking sucks. You can't exactly move around in it well.
It's hard to get away from a bumblebee in the water.
Yeah.
Like, you're just splashing. Oh,
The only
and
good
is,
thing-
it's just looking at you like you're
The only
doofus.
good thing that does help you in the water is you got random fucking police chick that showed up out of nowhere with a machine gun to shoot zombies in the water.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's Kirk. It's Kirk. He wasn't on the boat. He's on the shore with an M16 just popping off zombies for.
Yeah, there was
No,
a scene.
I thought it's the female cop with the M16.
No, I think he's right.
Well, I think they both have one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mainly remember Kirk. He's trying to get the zombie off of Liberty, and it had that scene where he's like trying not to shoot her.
It's the cop shooting first, and then when the zombie underwater grabs the guy and he comes out, the fucking laser dot gets on his head, and then Kirk's got the machine gun then shooting at the dude. And then that's when Liberty has the knife right after that.
And it's around this time.
I hate the fact that you're letting us, helping us remember these fucking assholes' names. Thanks a lot.
And it's around this time the underwear bro gets his face melted too, isn't it? Like a little after this scene.
I believe so.
Because the zombie spits on him, which never comes up again. Like, it's almost like Uwe Boll has these, like this list, like these check boxes of things from the video game he has to include, and he includes them once.
Yeah.
Like the slugs I mentioned, the spitting zombies, the axe, like that happened once. We're good.
You were talking about the head exploding earlier when the Liberty is being held underneath the water. That's when he shoots. That's like the first great, just like head blew up into 18 different pieces scene. Are you there, Adam?
Yeah, I'm here.
I get
Can I
worried.
pause for 1 second?
Yeah.
No.
I'll be super quick. Hold on 1 second, okay?
All right. And we're back again.
So, we were talking about the shootout with Kurt and all this. And going toward the boat. Then I'm kind of like watching part of this too. So if you wonder what the fuck I'm doing, I'm trying to.
Now they figure out the boats is like a lost cause, right?
Yes.
And they decide they got to get out of there, but they need to get guns or something because they need guns. So Captain Kirk's like, "Yeah, I got these crates over here. I've been smuggling these guns. See."
Meanwhile, Captain Kirk gets bit on the arm.
Yeah, and
the black girl realizes that she can karate kick like nobody's motherfucking business.
And Captain Kirk's arm bite doesn't really play a whole lot of role. Like, you expect him to turn into a zombie, and he doesn't.
That's right. That's right. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He makes it pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
There's basically no point to it. Yeah.
But he loads everyone up with guns and grenades and cigars and all kinds of shit.
He gets bit. They fucking help each other out, and then immediately after he gets bit, fucking Calvin or Klein, whichever one it is, gets his face melted off.
Yeah, underwear, bro.
That's immediately.
Yeah.
Underwear main.
Because didn't they like down the zombie and he goes over there kicking it or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, fuck you, zombie.
Yeah,
He just spits on him.
He fucking, like, he's already kicked it and stomp it, and he goes to flip it over and punch it in the face because why the fuck not? And that's when it's like,
Yeah.
and spit shit all over him. You stupid fuck. Everybody knows zombies are like xenomorphs and they spit ass.
And again, like, yeah. And they melt his
Who
face.
doesn't know this?
They melt his face because, he's a model and that's going to ruin his career. But then he just dies too. So it's like, what was the point of that?
No, he doesn't die.
Well, he
right off the
does-
bat.
he
Well, no, not immediately, but he does die.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what was the point of this?
I love it. Well, after he gets his face melted, it's like the scene too where Kirk shows up. He's like, "Yeah, I got to beat in the arm by a zombie, but I'm drinking out of a flask, and it makes me look cool. No zombie blood can paint me because it is full of bourbon."
Disinfect it from the inside out.
No shit. And I want to point out the chick, the female cop, the blonde, is the fucking older sister from Child's Play 2 and Halloween 4 and 5, I think.
Cool.
I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm right. I usually am right about everything.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually.
So yeah, they load up on weapons out of the smuggled crates, and I noticed that they're getting shit like knives and bullshit out of there. Like, why are you smuggling knives? You can just buy those anywhere.
You know something I just now realized while flipping through this fucking colossal piece of shit? Liberty is wearing goddamn platformers the whole time.
Yeah.
Did not notice that till just now.
Because why not?
Didn't pay that much attention to it. And I bought it.
This is the part of the movie to where it got to me because, like, as a gun buff, a lot of movies are ruined to me because a lot of people who make movies don't know shit about weapons, right? But
Yeah.
they're opening up the crate, and Liberty grabs a pistol, and Captain Kirk's like, Desert Eagle. It's not a Desert Eagle. For one thing, but if you don't know, then-
Wait. Before they open the fucking crates, I think it's Captain Kirk. Somebody tells them the legend of what the fuck is up with the island before they open those crates. Because remember, it goes to that shitty black and white scene with the guy that's not Vin Diesel. It's like Lynn Diesel. Like, that's when you first figure out who the fucking stitched up
Vin
wizard.
Kerosene.
Yeah. It's Vin unleaded.
Yeah.
Like,
Vin Supreme.
Adam.
There he is.
There he is. Thought we lost you.
Oh, now it caught up again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's glitching really hard. It was weird. You were like in the middle of a sentence, and then pop, you were back again. It's really weird.
We were just saying before they unearthed the crates, or not unearthed, but opened the crates. Fucking, I think it's Captain Kirk. Somebody explains to them what the deal with the evil on the island is, because it goes to that shitty black and white sequence where you got not Vin Diesel. I said Lynn Diesel, but Brandon also said Vin Kerosene. You know, it's that dude being like, if I cut off body parts, it will live on me forever. And I'm like, so this guy obviously was born with a tiny dick. He found out he can use magic to graft other people's body parts his own and use them. So now he's looking for that big dick gentleman.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
Well, this also proves what else zombies can do, because it says in the story that he killed everybody on the boat.
Yes.
But if he killed everybody on the boat, then who wrote the fucking book about what happened?
Oh, this is kind of like the deal with the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but so zombies can write novels too. So we learned that.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they revere him even though he killed them all, which is interesting. And they brought him back to life, apparently.
Yeah, he's got some kind of zombie control
And this happened
powers.
in like the 1800s?
Yeah. It was definitely to the transition of moving to America. Man. Okay. So now
the classic immigrant story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the dream of America. So then they decide, okay, we're on a pretty bad place that already has zombies on it, and it's called the Island of the Dead, or Island of Death. So maybe now we get the fucking guns out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep, and they go through the smuggle crate and get loaded up with bullshit.
And this, honestly, when they start handing guns out like fucking candy to these people.
Yeah. So people, you can tell, have obviously never shot a gun. Here you can dual wield these pistols. You don't even know how to load it, but you can dual wield them.
You are a young Asian lady with platform heels and a slutty American flag on. I'm pretty sure you're a prime candidate for these big-ass pistols.
Mm-hmm. Got America all over. Why not?
So, they might as well have named her Chun Lisa. Like, there's...
Oh, that's fucking great. Yes. That
literally would have been a better name than Liberty.
Liberty, yeah.
What the fuck?
Chun Lisa. God damn it. That just makes me want to make a shitty Street Fighter ripoff. It's just like Road Fighter. Yeah. And it's like Chun Lisa, Kenneth. Yeah. It's like Chun Lisa, Kenneth, fucking shit. That's the only thing I can think of offhand. Like
Rearbert.
Rearbert. Oh, fucking Bob Sagat. Fucking. Oh, that sounds awful.
Michael Bosson.
Michael Bosson.
Fucking General Buffalo.
God, that's. Anyway.
That'll be the next U-Bowl.
Anyway,
his fucking
fighter.
super move is him just being like, "No, man, I'm all out of smokes," you know.
Fucking. Like, they just get fucking. They'll just get Jean-Claude Van Damme to be Guile again. He's like thinking he's throwing sonic boom waves out of his arms. It's just because he's done fucking $20,000 worth of cocaine the night before. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're fucking died. But anyways, back to House of the Shed.
It was a shed. That was not much of a house.
It should just be called Shed of the Dead.
Yeah.
He's throwing you really good movie ideas.
Yeah. So they get stuck on an island with zombies, and it's a shed, but they think it's a house because they're stupid. If they call it the house of the dead, it's actually the shed of the dead. But they still call it the house. Okay, you got it. You Boll, you. Fucking jerk off. Anyways.
We get up to the best scene in the movie after this.
Them getting the weapons and leveling up leads to the best sequence in this whole fucking movie.
Yeah. It's one of the best
The
technical
best
errors
worst,
of
yeah.
the movie. So I don't know if you caught it, Adam. They go to the titular House of the Dead, and they start blowing zombies up everywhere. Okay, and it gets to one part of this sequence where they are like all lined up in, side by side, just blowing zombies out of the air, and the camera's panning out away from them. If you look at the bottom, you can see the fucking trolley tracks that the camera's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually called Lyle just to tell him that one day. I was like, dude, you won't believe this shit. They didn't even spot it. Yeah.
You couldn't have just thrown some, like, fucking moss or something over it? Like, how fucking lazy.
It's you Boll, man. The entire goddamn budget of this movie, when they're leading this assault on the House of the Dead, is the fact that they've got one of them goddamn cameras that can freeze frame and spin in a circle around.
And they do it, like, for no reason
That is
most
the
of the
whole
time.
goddamn budget of this fucking movie.
That and the custom song that they had for this scene.
With the House of the Dead. What's big fun with the House of the Dead?
Dude, I actually looked up the artist who wrote that song.
Does he live in
And it's okay. It's called Razor Burner, and nobody's ever heard of him. Nobody will ever. Please don't look
He
them up. Please
probably
don't give them money.
changed
They're
his
fucking-
name
Do you know
after.
how fucking annoying Razor Burn is? Let's get with the goddamn program. And you name yourself Razor Burner? Fuck you. You're doomed from the get-go. What an
there's
asshole.
My rap name is Clogged Sink. Everyone loves him. Like,
Yeah, it's like...
I'm Flat Tires.
Yeah. Hello, my rap name is Fired on Your Day Off.
MC, where the fuck is the remote?
Yeah. MC, oh, god damn it. Fuck.
My new song's featuring the hot new artist, Cold Sore on a First Date. Like,
Whose cousin has got knocked up on the first date. So, let's talk about this wonderful action sequence. Where would y'all like to start?
probably the
there's so
seizure-inducing editing.
Yeah, I said earlier, editing in this movie. This is where all this shit becomes
Especially,
major apparent.
okay, like, Liberty dies. Like, it has her scene. Then it zooms in on main character, bro.
Well, before she dies, it just shows these assholes walking through here, shooting them, shooting zombies to that. With the House of the Dead, razor burning
For like 8 minutes.
for eight
for like
fucking
8
minutes.
minutes.
Like, it's a lot of this whole
It is.
sequence of them shooting zombies.
That's where all their budget went
It
to.
fucking freeze frames on individual people and does this shit where it does like a 360 spin where it's just like a person standing in a fog of smoke shooting a goddamn gun.
And then after any
Yeah,
of them
I
die, it
actually-
does a 360 spin on them too, doesn't it?
Yes, you get every character in this movie that dies during the action sequence. During the action sequence only gets a game over screen.
Yeah.
Legitimately gets a fucking game over screen.
I hope that
It's
happens
like-
in real
I
life.
actually,
Me too. You die in a car wreck and you like see your mangled body laying there bleeding to death. It just spins around in circles. It goes,
So wasted.
you died. Yeah. Fuck! Sorry, but this is the hardest game of all time. There are no continues. Like,
so I actually have a list. It's like a very short list, but the
course you
standouts in this scene of things that happen that don't make any sense. And the more you watch this movie, the more you find this movie makes less sense the more you watch it. So, but you have ridiculous gunplay. Alicia, who's the brunette chick, she pulls a pin. They have this long, drawn-out sequence of showing her pulling the pin out of a grenade.
What the fuck is
and
up
then
with
she
this?
throws it down a well.
Yeah,
She throws it down a well for no reason.
because that's where the
Karma-
zombies generate.
Yeah. Karma
That's
is
smart.
now an expert axe thrower somehow.
Everybody is an expert, or an expert.
She was an expert.
Yeah. Everybody is a fucking expert of whatever when this shit happens. Like, these are the motherfucking... This simple group of ravers is the ones I want to be around when the world actually ends.
Yeah.
Well, one of the funnier things that they have, some of the zombies walk like they don't know what's happening. Some of them are slinging bats at people. Like, it varies, right? But one of these zombies jumps, does a front flip, and then throws a axe at one of the girls that has a shotgun. The girl, for no reason whatsoever, jumps 6 feet straight up in the air, fires a shotgun bullet, and they try to do a slow bullet time to show how a shotgun shell. This isn't how shotgun ammunition works.
No.
So it was very funny to me, but it starts out as like a ball and then splits into like 30 different bullets. It like fragments, but stays in line with each other.
Yeah.
And fucking hits him, and the axe that he threw misses her by like inches, but it doesn't matter. It's fucking hilarious. It makes no
And I wanted
sense.
them to shoot the axe out of the air at least once.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the
I don't
game.
know,
You shoot the axes out of the air.
They didn't have the budget.
So what up with this? Okay, the scene where during the shootout, there's a scene very specifically that stuck out to me. Fucking Captain Kirk walks up with this like little shotgun thing or like grenade launcher, something. He literally walks up and it's a side pan shot of him shooting this, and they take the time to do that bullshit where it like freeze frames and spins around behind him and has him shoot again, and then the editing like doesn't even show him make like it doesn't show what he's shooting at, it doesn't show him land the shot, anything.
He's just shooting.
It's literally just a spinning shot of him shooting into nothing.
It's showing off that sweet leather jacket. That's pretty much the entire reason for that shot. They're like, look at this badass jacket. And yeah, they have
It's
a
a
shot of
members
him
goddamn
at his,
only
like,
commercial.
30 yards away at his 5 o'clock shooting a gun. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Nothing about
There's so much. This movie review could be 4 hours long because of the amount of stupidity in this movie. Like it's the same reason that it takes like 10 minutes of fact finding to dispel like 30 seconds of disinformation.
It's like those Russian nesting dolls. Like you open one up to show the stupidity in it, and there's just more stupidity within that one. You just keep going.
It's dumb all the way down. Yeah. So at Liberty at some point gets taken down by a zombie, right?
Yes.
And she calls out for Rudy, who is the discount Luke Perry, right? And he doesn't do anything.
No.
He just watches her get torn apart by zombies.
And this is where the big flashback
for no
happens.
reason.
Okay,
Like,
so
he doesn't shoot
real-
at him.
real
He doesn't,
quick.
he just watches them kill her, and he looks really sad. And then it goes into the flashback.
Yes.
Okay, well, while all this is going on, did anybody notice how we'll use Liberty use the girlfriend, the brunette, for example? It shows her in her little freeze frame 360 scene. She's holding a pistol, shooting it. But then immediately when it clicks right back to her in reality, she's holding a goddamn shotgun.
Yeah.
Then Liberty's holding a fucking gun.
Oh,
and
yeah, they all go through like 2 or 3
It does
weapons
like the
sets.
fucking 360 freeze frame with her, and she does the Matrix bullshit where she leans back. She's not holding shit when.
Well, they got hammer space. Like
God
they just
damn
change.
it!
They use their mouse wheel to change weapons.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad she's got that razor mouse
off
and
the
hit that
Matrix.
quick. Dude, you can fucking tell the Matrix was still a thing at this point in time.
Yeah,
Like,
Revolution wasn't that far
Absolutely.
out removed from this. But yeah, Liberty dies and we go to the god-awful seizure-inducing flashback.
Yes. Let's talk about this
flashback. They had a thing to where they run out of ammo and they just drop the gun, so they had to have multiple guns.
Yeah.
You get it? Like, it's just them, They just wanted to be able to drop a gun and look cool doing it instead of just firing the gun.
And see, the bad thing is, like, too, you notice in the clips from the game that they put in the movie, House of the Dead 2, the video game, was out at this time. Mm-hmm. They could have used so many, go get him, Carl! You know, so much cool shit. No. Let's talk about this goddamn flashback scene, though. We've been waiting on this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this goddamn randomly imposed in the middle of the fucking movie recap of the past fucking 8 minutes you just watched. Flashback.
It flashes back through like almost the entire movie just in really, really quick sequence, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it's absolutely seizure-inducing. It's just frame after frame after frame of different scenes.
And it's literally like a minute.
Yeah.
A flashback.
And he's like...
It's a literal fucking recap
like
of the whole movie.
It's like he just realized everything led up to her dying. Like, no shit, of course. Like...
And the way it's edited is so shitty. It's like some shitty early 2000s music video. I just realized why I'm a piece of shit. You know, like...
Well, it does the techno music thing where it's like, it starts subdividing on itself. Like,
Yes, yeah.
And then nothing happens. There's no like drop of a beat. He just kind of goes, "Oh, I'm a piece of shit."
Yeah, you'd think like he has some kind of an epiphany off of this or something, but he's like, "No, she's dead."
Oh, well, all the epiphanies are to come when they go in the house.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
God.
That's
I have
something
an
very
epiphany.
Epiphany. They kill all like the death scenes are fucking awful. Like we said a minute ago, everybody that does die gets a goddamn game over sequence.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't even know where, like, as far as the deaths go, like I don't even know where to start. I think the most dramatic one is the dude with the face injury.
That or the cop who gets ripped in half.
Oh yeah. That's so. The cop when that happens like right next, right? It's
yes,
like
they get in the house.
Rudy and Casper,
to
find a way inside the house, and he jumps in, and then she's jumping in behind him through this window, and the zombies attack her, right? And he pulls her in, and she kind of like whispers to death. Mm-hmm. And like if you look at the ground, this is the funniest thing. But if you look at the ground where her body is, she dies in a pool of red chalk. Like it's like they took red chalk and just drew on the floor around her where she dies. And Rudy, after she dies, he runs around to the inside and to the front door to let them in because like I guess they're all out of ammo and stuff on the outside. And that's where Kirk gets bit again. And this time bad. Like he's not like ow, he's like, oh shit,
was
like
it his leg this time?
But they open the door and they let them all in and they all get inside and one of them gets drug in and they're all freaking out because they don't know what to do. And then Alicia pulls out a gun and shoots the zombie. So she had a gun the entire time. They're all fighting hand to hand in front of this door waiting to being let in.
That was her sicker
which is
gun.
Hilarious.
That was the gun God didn't know about. So she had to sneak that one in there.
Put
she
in
did
no
a cheat
flesh
code
saw.
really quick.
Yeah. Wonder why she's spinning around in a couple circles and hitting triangle and circle repeatedly.
A fucking helicopter appears out of nowhere. She's like, "Oh shit, wrong one."
Yeah. Oh god, damn it. So, like, what about the fact that okay, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think maybe somebody got injured. Like stunt people got injured. There's one scene right before they run into the house. Right after the Liberty girl is like ninja kicking the fuck out of people and somebody throws like a grenade or something. and they're running, and the way it blows up, you see the stunt guy playing the zombie. It looks like he literally just like gets concussed out of the way, like, because I'm pretty sure like he didn't have no fucking bungee straps or none of that shit. Hey, look, I'm like, that guy probably really died.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He
'cause
just
every
like
other
goes fly.
explosion,
It's like unnatural.
It looks like they're on a line.
Yes. Like he gets blown
Yeah,
up
they
and
like
flies in a
jump off
fucking
of a
straight
trampoline
line.
and yeah.
I'm gonna try to find this real quick where I can show Brandon this.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, it literally looks like I'm like that dude died. He's fucking
You just see
dead.
his ear come off, you know.
Yeah.
It's like,
We filmed this in
fuck.
Germany. Nobody gives a shit.
Hey, bud, why are your eyes bleeding? Like,
Hey, is it a bad thing to be bleeding out both your ears? Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay. What?
everybody's like, man, who did your makeup? We got to get them. And he's like, I don't feel so good, man. I'm seeing the light.
I got pretty excited though when Liberty actually dies, other than the fact that it goes into that fucking dreadful flashback sequence. Like,
yeah, it's one less jack off to keep up with.
so then they go into the house.
Mm-hmm. And Captain Kirk sets up on the table, and he's like, "Oh, let me be. I'll keep him away from me or whatever." And he does the exact opposite.
Yeah. So not only do you not do what you say do, but you lied to us right before you die, dickhead.
So they go explore the house, and that's when they find the evil laboratory and the gunpowder stockpile. Because, you know, gunpowder is sitting here for hundreds of years. It's still good.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah, uncovered.
Gunpowder that we harvested off of fucking Amistad, like, is going to work 100% now, you know. Oh, this is the Mayflower's fucking gunpowder.
This is the same gunpowder Christopher Columbus used to crush the Indians upon arrival.
Yeah, no shit. Is this the same gunpowder that gave them all chlamydia?
Well, like, but before
That's
that, like
fun powder.
when they find the science lab, right? Mm-hmm. So when they do find the science lab, one of the best lines in the movie happens because Alicia and Rudy are in there, and Alicia sees a microscope, and she's like, "Rudy, look at this," and he looks into a microscope.
Fucking gosh.
Yeah, 200-year-old microscope.
And he says it's blood, but not human blood. It's been mutated.
My
It's
question
genius.
is, how in the fuck
What?
do you know what the hell is going on? Like, you just had a flashback
Is he
realizing this
Is he
Asian
a
girl.
hematologist? Like,
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit. It's mutated. It's genius. Oh, is it? That'd be like me, like, walking into a fucking, not having any experience in a fucking nuclear power plant and walking into one in the middle of a meltdown and be like, this melted down so crucial. It's genius. The fuck are you talking about?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You wouldn't know it because I came to this island to be at a rave, but I'm actually a world-renowned scientist.
And I like
Sega
that.
was throwing a
the
rave.
reason-
I like that they have a
It makes
200-year-old.
sense later somehow.
They have a 200-year-old microscope that can see cells. Back, you know, in a time where they didn't know anything about cells, and they thought diseases were ghosts in your blood.
Yeah, no shit. Well, apparently there's 32 specters
Apparently,
on this plate.
this microscope, powered by candlelight, can see cells.
Well, this guy was the grandfather to all the Little Rascals kids, so, I mean, through the thought of invention.
Yeah.
It's okay, what else happens? Like, what other kind of tomfuckery happens right here? Because there's a
This is about the time, I think, doesn't Captain Kirk stumble outside because his gay boyfriend from the ship is out there, and
Yep.
he's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you" or something, and he lets all the zombies in.
yeah, it is. Like, how do you take all these people to an island, knowing what you're getting them into, and then you just still fuck them in the end anyways?
Yeah, he like
I got guns, but you're still
bar
fucked.
the door, don't let him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he runs out there and like lights up a fucking piece of TNT, just one stick, and it's like, I'll see all of you in hell, and blows the entire front of the building off so they can just swarm in.
Yeah. Fuck having a choke point. The entire reason we came to the house was for a tactical choke point. Let's just blow it up.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they have to kill off underwear model with the face injury. He has the most cheesy.
Yeah, with the gunpowder scene.
Oh my god! Like that. That's that whole scene. Go, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, leave me be. Of course. Why wouldn't you? You're no longer beautiful. Half your fucking face is missing.
Got nothing left to live for.
There's nothing on this planet. If your face is shit, you're shit.
That's what I learned from this movie.
Dude.
So, underwear model.
I love the fact that, they're running. They're like, let's go downstairs. And he's like, I'm just going to lean on this wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be here for a moment. Hey, y'all pause it for just a second.
All right.
I've got to pee.
All right, go piss, man.
All right.
All right, and we're back. Lyle has relieved himself.
Ah, thank God. After talking about this movie, I couldn't decide if I wanted to puke or shit. I did neither.
All right, so we're to the part where
thank God we're almost to the end.
Underwear Bro decides to be a martyr and blow up the reserve, the well-preserved reserve of gunpowder to blow up the zombies
by shooting a wooden pallet or a wooden barrel with a bullet that somehow actually makes it explode.
Yeah.
Well, that wood's like 200 years old, so it's very dry.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And they're using like incendiary rounds too. So
in the U Bowl verse, you can actually throw a lit cigarette on gasoline too to blow somebody up.
Yeah.
In the U Bowl verse.
Yeah. That's a U-Bowl Cinematic Universe trademark there.
God, that sounds so fucking awful. Like, oh God, U-Bowl, you fuck.
So the remaining two characters, or there's three at this point.
There's
one of them dies down here.
The black girl, and the
Karma.
Karma. Main
well spoken,
main bitch and main bro.
Yeah. Of course, they were a former love item. How else are they going to end up on this island together?
So they go down into the catacombs.
How would a woman exist in this movie if she didn't?
No, they go into the fucking lab before Cutface dude or fucking Underwear Bro martyrs himself. They go into the goddamn lab.
Yeah.
They go into the actual House of the Dead, whatever in the fuck you want to Lab of the Dead.
Yeah.
Where all these apparently fish tanks of Jello.
Yeah, that's where he was
zombies.
looking at the blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. We didn't talk about this.
But so the first thing I have to bring this up here, but when I saw that, it's like one of the slug things in the red liquid that supposedly brings dead things back to life, right?
Yeah.
That whatever that is, it never explains what that is
Jell-O.
in there, but I could only think that the guy that makes the dead people come back to life shat in there, and that's like all the animals he ate before that came back to life in like squiggly turd form. That literally makes more sense than what this movie gives you. So that's my take.
These aren't human feces. They're mutated.
He like picks it up and tastes it with his tongue. This isn't human shit.
It's genius. So yeah, Karma gets fucking eaten right?
Yeah, down in the catacombs.
Okay.
Like immediately,
She
I
has
think.
pistols-
Thank God.
Like zombies come. They've been waiting in the moss for
she
200
has
years for
pistols
this.
in hand, and he tries to fight him. And
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
She's like, I was really good in GoldenEye, being able to pistol whip you for the kill. Little did you know.
Not today.
who does she think she is? Odd job?
Yeah.
Just going underneath all the attack. You know?
Last time I checked, that gun wasn't golden, bitch.
So yeah, she dies, and I think that's when they no longer have guns because she had the only guns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. That's
And
correct.
she didn't use them.
Yeah.
And this is when the musketeer shows up.
Mm-hmm.
A fucking...
this is the jizzard I was talking
can you hear
about
me?
earlier.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You there? Adam. God damn it. We're going to try to end it and we lose him.
Okay, there we go.
There he is.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure can.
Can you hear us?
Okay, cool. So yeah, I can. Yeah, so what I'm saying, that's what, out of nowhere, a guy in a fucking musketeer outfit shows up in this tunnel,
A wizard.
right? And the fucking kills the zombie. And like convinces them like he looks like their dead friend.
Yeah, that's
The-
right.
the one
Yeah.
that died in the woods, running in the woods and shit.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the connection's getting really fucky here.
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit on my end.
Mine too.
Dude, you just sounded like a fucking robot jerk off.
You sounded like Agent Smith taking over another person's body.
Oh, no shit.
Dude, you guys have sounded like that through like 2/3 of this recording.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like following along somehow.
Well, let's end this. Let's talk about the ending of
Okay.
this, where we're at.
So, main bad guy
Okay.
has to fight main bitch, right? Well, he starts off fighting main bro, but like he gets injured, minorly injured, so main bitch takes up the fight and dies. Is that right?
Well, does she though? Does she? I don't think she dies.
Well,
doesn't
no,
die.
no,
He doesn't.
Stabs her
Well,
in
it-
the sternum with a longsword.
right.
Easily survivable.
Well, I
Easily.
think she did die because
Yeah,
it's implied that he's reanimated her at the
Yeah.
end of the movie.
that's right.
Because he's like, no, I'm leaving
okay.
here with my girlfriend.
Well, so-
He
if
fed
you
her
can
the
call
Jell-O.
her that. Yeah.
He fed her the Jell-O.
Yeah, the 200-year-old Spanish turds or whatever.
Eat these 2,500 or
Like she
2,500.
takes she.
Well,
She what?
Yeah, man. She takes a sword like 6 inches into her cleavage.
uh-huh.
She takes a sword. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Alicia takes a sword like 8 inches into her sternum, into her cleavage, and she falls down. Then Rudy fucking cuts off Castillo, the pirate main bad guy, whatever, cuts off his head with an axe. And then his body starts fucking chasing him around. And Alicia gets up somehow, she's not dead,
Yeah.
stomps on this thing's head and kills it. And then falls down again instantly. Just like in the game.
Yeah.
And
That's exactly what happens in the game.
yeah. And then like the reason I didn't think she was that hurt, like 4 guys in suits fucking swooped down in a helicopter. It only took them like 80 minutes to get there.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, we're here to help. And the guy's like, oh yeah? Thanks. Like
Appreciate
Excellent.
He doesn't give a shit. It's like, whatever, man. I just want my ticket money back for this rave.
This is some fucking typical, at the end of this movie, though, this is some typical fucking Uwe Boll shit. Wait to make an actual goddamn connection to the video game in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you finally get like the G-Man.
Yeah, you got G and them showing up. And I'm like, the actual characters from the game make a cameo in the final 20 seconds of the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
And the way he talks to him, he's like, what happened? You know, it's pretty much, what happened here? The fuck you think happened here? You know, like...
Well, yeah, they ask him, they say, is she okay? And he goes, does she look okay? And my first thought was, yeah, she does.
She's
like,
fucking walking.
Okay for somebody who just got stabbed through the sternum with a 10-pound Spanish basket hilted sword. Like, they usually look dead, bleeding even.
Yeah.
Like, she looks completely fine. But
There's
they
something
ask
about...
him his name, right?
Yeah.
They ask him his name, and he says Curian. I can't remember what his first name is, actually.
Yeah, because...
but that means...
Curian is a fucking character from the game. Or, like...
Yeah.
He's... Curian... I'm not 100% of this, but I think Curian was the fucking name of the bad guy that designed the fucking... zombies in the first House of Dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the bad guy.
And that I'm like, so you literally just spent all this movie negating anything to do with the actual game until the last 30 goddamn seconds when you decide you want to set it up for a sequel? You thought this movie was going to make enough money to make a sequel, which they fucking did. Yeah. Which they did. It was a goddamn Sci-Fi Channel exclusive, but they did it.
We'll have to watch that one.
Yeah, from what I gather, it's way fucking better and more accurate than this one is.
Yeah. I mean, there's one thing about those sci-fi originals, they're almost cookie cutter, you know.
One day
They're
when
shitty,
Sonic the Hedgehog is dead and in the ground, his soul will think about this movie, and his fucking corpse will roll over at the speed of light because it's Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, somewhere out in Sega Land right now, like Sonic and Tails are sat there like drinking a fucking drink on the Chaos Emerald Beach or wherever in the fuck it is. They're just sitting there, and Tails is like, hey, you remember that one time we made house? And the next thing you know, Sonic is just drowning him in the fucking ocean. Like, you just see rings flying out of nowhere. He's like, you have none left. I told you, Tails, you never make mention of this goddamn movie again.
Now you'll be sleeping with the fishes, see?
Yeah. What do you think happened to the Dreamcast? The Dreamcast made mention of House of the Dead, the movie. We shit canned it. Like, goddamn, Sega savage.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give this movie?
So...
That sounded all robot-y and funky.
Oh, God. I give it... Out of pure, as a movie, it gets a 1, but as an entertainment venture, like something I can watch, and I actually got a lot of entertainment out of how bad it was.
Goddamn, I hope
so
you did.
I'm going to
You
give
kept
it a
up with
1.
names. With a what?
I said I still give it a 1, even though it's so horribly bad.
I've seen movies
Like-
way worse than this, unfortunately. I'm going to have to give at least a solid 3 or 4.
I'm going to go with 4 is a bit generous. I'm going to go with a solid 2.5. I'm going to make it a little...
Now, saying...
you know what?
Go ahead.
I do change my mind. I'm going to go for 5, 1 for each tit.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
1 per nipple. I can agree with that scoring.
A solid 5 tit out of 5 tit regimen.
So this has got us wet and ready for the Uwe Boll Minecraft movie.
Yes. So we need to spend a second to talk about this. So Uwe Boll is definitely going to do a Minecraft movie.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take place in either, you said North Carolina?
Coal mines, North Carolina.
And, okay, the real world of Minecraft is in North Carolina. When they build a nether portal, it takes them to Virginia. Like when I'm going
You
here.
boys, you
Yeah.
boys just thought you were in black lung country.
I just want to see a scene in the movie where he's like trying to survive because you gotta have it a little gritty. He's wanting to survive, and a wild boar runs up on him while he's out in the woods, and he just stabs this wild boar, and it instantly turns into 2 pork chops.
Yeah.
Just instantly.
Yes.
He's just like, you know. And I want to see the guy falling. I want to see the guy fall in lava, and I want to see the words "You have fallen in lava" appear on the screen while he's melting.
I gotta see a scene where all the characters are like in the mining and they sit down for lunch, and then like another character, Jeff, we'll call him, Jeff forgot his lunch, and they all look at him, and Jeff looks panicked, and they say, "Run, Jeff, run!" And he starts running off towards the entrance of the mine shaft to get his lunch, and then it goes to a first person view, and you see like the meat symbols are totally empty, and his health is getting lower and lower as he runs, and he dies right at the entrance of the mine.
Dude, I just thought about something that'd be goddamn hilarious, and I hope you've seen this movie so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe Adam has. Have you ever seen the movie The Departed? Like Martin Scorsese's
Yes.
The Departed?
I think I have.
The scene
fucking
where
love that movie.
they throw the bad guy, Martin Sheen, the cops catch Martin Sheen in that building, and they throw Martin Sheen off the top of the building. And when Leonardo DiCaprio is walking up, he hits the ground, and there's like a fucking huge blood spatter that just... So you just take that scene of Martin Sheen getting thrown off the building, and as soon as he hits, you edit in the fucking Minecraft, "You have fallen from a high place."
Yeah.
I can see it in my head so fucking perfectly. It'd be fucking hilarious. That's in Uwe Boll's Minecraft.
All the other actors run over and grab all the loot, you know, that he fucking dropped.
It's like the whole Minecraft movie was they were like, we've got to get out of the mine shaft before dark. That's when the zombies and the skeletons show up. And it's not actually
brings back
zombie.
Clint Howard
Just because
for
it's oh yeah, Uwe Boll or Clint Howard could be in it. And just because it's a goddamn Uwe Boll movie and they have nothing to do with the game, the zombies are actually the skeletons and the skeletons are actually the zombies. Why? Because it's a Uwe Boll movie. I'm Uwe Boll and I look at it and I said, why? But why not?
You know, one fun...
Clint Howard's just there remodeling a house the entire time. He doesn't really do anything. He just keeps changing the tiles on the floor.
Every time you see the scene, it's like it starts off as a wooden house and it goes to like a stone house, then a brick house.
They don't even say it's gotta have that shitty sequence. It's gotta have that shitty ass sequence where it explains the whole thing in the movie for no reason. Like they never once say the word Minecraft, but Clint Howard's gonna be telling a story about when he was younger, and he was like, "That's why we would go down to the mine. We would go down to the mine to craft." You know what I mean? Like they gotta have that one fucking. It's like
Yeah.
and that's when they said, "Boy, you're going to spend all your life in that mine craft." You know, like, it'd be some shit like that. Oh. Steve dies of black lung.
Yeah.
You should have used your enchantment potions.
You know,
Underwater breathing. Undermine breathing.
talking about Uwe Boll, one fun fact about him is he's an amateur boxer, and at one point he got mad about everybody shitting on his movie, so he challenged like any critics who shit on his movie to a boxing match.
And he actually boxed with a dude.
Yes.
And whooped his fucking ass.
You know who that dude was?
No.
Do you know the site somethingawful.com?
Yes.
Is the owner of that site.
Really?
Yeah, the guy goes by the name of Lotax, and he purposefully made a shitty review about the movie without even watching it, just so he could go box Uwe Boll.
And then Uwe Boll ended up kicking his ass, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. If you watch the video, Lotax did nothing but like bounce around the ring, like trying to look cartoonish because he thought it was all like a joke, and Uwe Boll just beat the fuck out of him. I heard it.
You want to talk shit about my movie? I tell you to talk shit about my.
I heard
movie.
his side of that story. He said he went up there like that U-Bowl paid for him to go. I think into Canada to box him, and he thought it was just like a big joke thing. And he goes up there and they give him like 1 day's worth of training and throw him in the ring with U-Bowl.
I do this for
Hit
Germany.
him in the face. That's all they told him. Just hit him in the face.
I do this for Germany and for the best video game movies.
But Yellow Taxi, you see him in the video. He's wearing like American flag trunks, and he's just bouncing around. I don't even know if he throws a real punch the entire
I want to see
fight.
Uwe Boll make a fucking movie about that whole event.
Yeah, that would
like-
be good.
But like the bad thing is, Uwe Boll would make a goddamn movie about his own boxing event, and nothing would be accurate. Everything it'd just be like it's based on, like it didn't actually happen like that. It's just instead of like the guy going and being a fucking, a fucking reviewer or commentator on the movie, he'd go over there and he'd be like, no, he's actually a bastard from America that is equipped in the ways of espionage and those 48 different ways to kill a man with a spork. It can't be just like some fat guy that runs a website, I would like to see Harry Knowles and fucking Uwe Boll fight each other.
Hell yeah.
Because I imagine one would breathe real hard and the other would beat real hard. Oh. Sorry, I know that we might get shamed for talking shit about Harry Knowles, but
I don't give a fuck.
fuck that guy.
Well, man, it's about time
Fuck your sensitivity.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
think it's about time we wrap all this up.
So-
I still got to edit tonight.
I just
Oh,
have,
yeah.
yeah, I just got one thing to add to this, and this will blow your fucking mind.
All right.
But so the House of the Dead, the budget for this movie, the amount of money they put $12 million into making this movie.
Wow.
Okay. By comparison, 28 Days Later only had a budget of $8 million.
Oh, God. And 28 Days Later is a fucking wonderful movie.
Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly. So
Well,
they
they
pretty
did-
much wasted $11 million of that on cocaine for this movie. I'm convinced of it.
That and all the 360 camera shots.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a good motherfucking majority of this.
Yeah. And Captain Kirk's sweet ass coat.
And renting out Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That just puts a whole new spin on it. Those, I ain't going to say that as we'll get kicked off. This is cancel culture.
We'll get Epstein.
Well, yeah. We won't say nothing about that.
They end up hanging from my bedroom. I didn't commit suicide.
Game over, man. God damn. I just feel like we've run a fucking triathlon just having a talk about that movie.
Yeah. It was dreadful. I hope everybody listening fucking hated it as much as I did.
We'll have another one soon. Well, I'm going to go ahead and announce what movie we're going to do next.
All right, lay it on me.
The movie we're going to do next for the second Cinema Seppuku, which probably may not be as long. The next one, I didn't really intend for the skit to be the full episode, but it's all good.
It is what it is.
We're going to do fucking Double Dragon next go around.
All right. I can handle that.
We'll do some Double Dragon.
We got to at least have a break between Uwe Boll movies.
Oh, yeah. Because, pretty much all he does is fucking video game movies. So we got Postal, we got Blood
We'll
Rain.
say Postal wasn't horrible. It wasn't good.
Oh, we got Alone in the Dark.
Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, he did one that's got Jason Statham that's a fucking Dungeon Siege movie or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it Dungeon
And the
Siege?
name of the king.
Dungeon
In the
Siege,
Name of the King, yeah.
Dungeon Siege was a pretty good game. I played the shit out of that one.
How's that Uwe Boll movie?
I haven't watched it, so
Maybe
we'll find
you
out.
should.
Maybe I should.
We will. Well, until next time.
We will.
We're gonna end it for tonight. So I'm gonna do the sign off. Brandon do the sign off, and Adam, since you're the first guest on the new incarnation of Good Old Gamers, we'll let you do the final sign off. And you know what it is, right? No. What a fucking anticlimactic ending. Adam. He has left
Yes, sir.
Oh, I was fixed to say he has left this mortal coil. We're gonna sign it off now. Me and Brandon are gonna pass the sign off on to you. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Until next time, dudes. Game over, man.
Game over, man.
Game over, bro.